Follow the drip. Follow the drip.
Are you one that likes to stand out amongst the rest? Well, check out Painted Drip by The Joker. Painted Drip is a customized footwear company that it specializes in unique hand-painted, customized footwear, which is hand-painted by the Joker himself. Shipping is available all over, East Coast, West Coast, no matter where you are, we can get your products to you. So follow The Drip. Check out their IG page, Painted Drip, for more information. And again, all footwear is customized and hand-painted by the Joker himself.
No doubt, no doubt. This your boy, the Joker. Those look and see back in full effect right here on the special morning show edition. Man, we're gonna definitely dedicate this right here. Condolences go out to the family of my bro, my little homie, all day long, man. Shout out to his family, reaching out and all that. So this is dedicated to DJ Unk. That's it. That's my boy, man, Anthony, man, Ant. You know what I mean? A recipe to him, man. I got the news right before it really hit the mainstream and news, and I was close to a lot of his family in the ATL, and that was my bro, man, and say rest in peace to him. What you know about DJ Unk?
Man,
Back
it's
day, man.
interesting. It's always interesting talking to you about legends like this. Like a lot of us may not know who DJ Unk is, and just talking to you, it reminds me just how much history, really was happening as we were coming of age. Everybody, welcome, 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 everybody. Just that Walk It Out song alone, which you reminded me of, is something that he is famous of. It's just something that instantly reminded me of that feeling that I had hearing that song. Like that's legendary right there. That's a classic, y'all. So,
Y'all want to know a little more about DJ Unk. His music speaks for itself. That's his personality. That Walk It Out and Two Step, that whole album is his personality. He was always fun, dancing, smiling. He was always silly, very funny. He used to always come to Anderson, South Carolina, to the Shirt King clothing store all the time, and with DJ Jelly. Shout out to DJ Jelly, Jelly Bean, DJ Jelly Bean. That's my bro out there in Atlanta, and they used to come out, man, and with Cry Mob, another close group that I'm cool with. It's like I've been knowing these guys when they was coming up. They was working on music. They was dancing. They was going to the football prep rallies, and they was going to the Black History Month festivals out there in Atlanta. Martin Luther King Day used to throw that parade. They used to do the dancing and the step team and all that. That's where Stump the Yard came from. Those who see the movie, that's the culture
wow.
of Atlanta. Stump the Yard. And his, so also his a couple of his family members also in that movie. He was the lead actor, and so it's like they was always having fun. Every time I seen him, every time I went to any type of function in Atlanta, he was. When I seen him, he the same person every time. Never switch up, never change up. You know what I mean? He even came to me dancing before he came out with the walking out. So he used to come up dancing. What up, bro? What up? He used to call me New York because I'm from Buffalo, New York, but he used to call me New York. And what I'm saying, and so rest in peace, Unk, man. I got the news, and what I'm saying, and he's definitely a hell of a young kid, man. He had a good spirit. He had a good spirit. Him and his whole family, good spirits. Very church going family, God fearing family. Praying warriors. I mean, they just they are the same. Everybody in that family had that same spirit. Yeah, you muted Vet Green.
Lord, you speak so fondly of that time in that movement. And what do you think was most impressionable about that for you? Seeing them and then what he was able to become.
Um, you know, Atlanta was always fun. When I first went out there and visit, living in South Carolina, the hospitality out there is open. It's very wide open. So, and he, everybody all fits right in. I mean, nobody was. It wasn't no. It wasn't. It wasn't a whole funnel full of hate. It was all a heavy funnel spirit of supporting and see what people can do to help. I don't care what you was doing. I don't care if you was sewing dresses. I don't care if you was cooking barbecue. I don't care if you was cutting hair. I don't care if you was, you know what I mean? Yeah, oh yeah, anything. Construction worker. I don't care if you was painting houses. You know, that atmosphere of me that he represents the hospitality of Atlanta. He was the and I could say being a young boy, I could say he is a epiphany of that same movement of Atlanta. So when I first met him, so yeah, definitely rest in peace to the king, man. Like I say, I see him all the time. He's always come through those Shirt Kings and Anderson all the time, down that Route 29, the back way from Atlanta coming to Anderson, South Carolina. Him and Jelly and the Camp Boys and man, I keep going, man. A lot of them Atlanta young boys was always outside, man, showing love and loving the South culture of new club music. I used to call that club happy music because that was the culture. That was culture. Anybody that been in Atlanta in the 80s and the 90s with the dancing and all that, man, the dancing was
Nick, all of that.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
And that was Unk. That was Anthony. I call him Ant. You know what I'm saying? I call him Ant. You know what I'm saying? When he was around on his craft, I called him a DJ Unk, the brand, but I always call him Little Ant. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to definitely has made his mark in history. There's kids today. Hey, what's going on, Sharice and Tamara? I see y'all out there. There's definitely people still jamming to that song instantly as soon as you hear it.
Yeah. I mean, I was living in Buffalo when it came out. I was down south, so I knew the impact. We was hearing that song. I think maybe a year and a half, 2 years before it even hit, like L.A., New York. The DJs was really DJ Unk. Really spread to the DJs. Like DJ Screw was playing it a lot. Of course, DJ Jelly Bean. All the local DJs around the surrounding area. DJ Chuck T out there in Charlotte. And when I was in Anderson, all the DJs in Anderson had a little promo before it really hit. Because back then, 106 Park was popping, and even before it hit 106 Park, I remember Free and AJ was saying we need to find out about this Walk It Out song because even they was like they was speaking at Morehouse College or something like that. They came to do a special guest and they heard it before it even hit 106 Park. Like before they even know it was a hit song. So they was like, we need to play that. We need to find a way because we could put it on, before it even hit. So that's crazy. So when I watched the show, see them talking about that, and I'm like, wow. And it was an underground song. Nobody knew that it was going to be a hit song. Everybody knew it was going to be something, but it was an Atlanta thing. It was Atlanta was cool for it to be an Atlanta thing. They didn't care if it hit worldwide. They were just happy. That was their theme music. That was their culture of what they do. You know what I mean? So
it's funny that we both remember before there, like the culture seemed to have mixed now. Like there doesn't seem to be, I mean, there's still that element of the South and the New York and all of that, but it seems to have mixed. It's funny how we both remember when it was like when the South really started making their mark in the music industry.
Yeah. And it's like it's more than just the music. It was like I said, it was a culture thing. It was family and friends. It was fellowshipping. You know what I mean? It was all of that. So like, you know, like I said, nobody knew it was going to be a hit song. It was, you know, he was having fun. That was Ant. That was his attitude. That was his spirit. He's always have fun, dancing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that we went to it was a fundraiser picnic. I forgot what it was fundraising for in Atlanta. Not now, I got invited. We went out there. You know, what I'm saying, I went out there, got me a plate because that was, you know, that food, soul food out there be good, boy. I went out there, got a plate, and I seen him, and you know, this was before we knew what crime mob was. They was all out there dancing and just having a good time, and grabbed my hand and said, "Come on out here, New York. Come out here and get your groove on. We gonna go ahead and have a good time. You know what I mean? Go get a plate too."
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that was
Southern hospitality is real.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's
So
real down there.
that was the wave. That was the heavy wave in like early 2000s. I moved out in South Carolina at 99, going into 2000. You know, I went right in, but moved out there that December, right before Christmas, and went into the new year in the 2000s, living in South Carolina, Anderson, South Carolina, because we was only an hour away from Atlanta. So that was an easy trip. That wasn't nothing. We, you know, that's like here to Rochester from Buffalo, right? Saying so.
Mm.
We used to ride out there like it was like we lived next door, you know. So
I didn't
um,
realize it was that
it
close.
was Anderson, South Carolina. Yep, it's an hour away from
Oh.
Atlanta. So it was like we used to jump on that, you know, that 85, and you know, 1 hour and probably a 45 minutes. The faster you get there, you know what I'm saying. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, yeah, we used to go out there, and you know, and every little spot that has something to do with culture, dancing, black culture, man, he was out there. Unc was out there.
Mm.
He was out there, man. Him and his brothers and his family always supported, showed love. Amazing, smart in school. You know, very educated.
I
You
bet
know,
the vibe was so crazy just seeing all, just feeling all of that energy and seeing them just go from, doing what it is that they love to do. And then it just, catapulting into something that now today we're talking about.
yeah, definitely. You know, it set up the cool up. You know, I ain't get to hit up Cool Chuck. I'm pretty sure he got the news. He worked at the clothing store with me, so he remember
Mm.
old Unc coming through, buying them long jerseys, look like dresses. Remember the long t-shirts they used to wear. Yeah,
Was he tall like that?
he was pretty tall. He was a pretty tall kid. Yeah, he was he got to be taller than me. Yeah, he got to be taller than
Oh,
me.
you tall, bro.
Yeah, he got to be taller than me. When I first met him, he was like 17, 18 years old. You know, and like I said, I met him be going through Camp Records out there in Atlanta. Because we used to always, have mixtapes, and we always used to, mixtape culture was heavy. We'd go out there, check out the mixtape, what's new, what's going on, what's the new function going on in Atlanta. So we used to go to the Camp, you know what I'm saying? Record stores. So, that's back when, hard copies was hard copies. Wasn't no, Spotify, Apple Music, and nothing. So
Man,
we
it's
used to go
coming
there.
back.
Yeah, so we used to go there to see what's the newest mixtape. That them were the places where I discovered who Jeezy was, who discovered who Ludacris was before they all got famous. So that them record stores out there was spots. So I used to always see him up in there all the time, and DJ Jelly and all them. So I was going to go and pick up a couple mixtapes. I wanted to see what was hot. I wanted to, because I was into the music culture, so I wanted to know what was hot out there. Let me get it's the newest mixtape. We got the new Gangsta Grills. We got this new, what I'm saying, all that. So I was like, let me get that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so and he used to always be up in there, just acting silly, joking. He could have been a stand-up comedian, really. He was real funny. Yeah.
Oh, I miss those days of going to get the latest album that came out, the latest hard copy that came out.
Yeah.
Oh, that brought back so
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
memories when you said that.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and share the screen, and we're gonna go ahead and let y'all see the latest news of my brother. Look at there you go with the long the long jersey. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Rest of my bro. And this is the latest news. Check it out.
This morning, the city of Atlanta is mourning the loss of DJ UNK. According to his record label, the Atlanta icon, whose Real name is Anthony Platt, passed away at the age of 42. DJ UNK is best known for his hit songs Walk It Out and Two Step. In a statement from his record label, they say his songs have left an indelible mark on the industry, and his legacy will continue to inspire artists, DJs, and fans alike for years to come. His energy, creativity, and commitment to the craft will never be forgotten. To read more about DJ UNK, his ties to Atlanta, and his impact on the music industry, just look for this story on our website on 11alive.com.
Yeah. Definitely a lasting impact.
Yeah. So rest in peace, my man UNK, man. Ant, you know what I'm saying? Little Ant, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him. I was very hurt last night, man. And and crazy thing about it though, when Instagram was just popping, he was like one of the first people to hit me up on Instagram. Yeah, see how I was doing, where I was at. I think the last time I talked to him, I was in Albuquerque. And he was saying that I think it was the anniversary of Walk It Out or something. They was doing something, and they was doing a small tour, and he's supposed to come out that way, like around the Albuquerque area and stuff like that. And he had hit me up on So and rest in peace to you, bro. Those go out to you and your family, your wife, amazing wife, and kids, and your pops and everybody, man. They all came from the same area. The franchise boys, Crying Mom, they all came from the same hood. Where Young Thug from.
Yeah, it seemed like that was definitely a change in how we heard the music, the way we absorbed the music. Before it was a different type of beat. I feel like New York has a different type of beat to it. Like I guess it's the boom bap. That's that sound that you talk about.
Temporary hip hop.
Temporary
hip hop. We call it boom bap, but the actual name that Style Selector say, is temporary hip hop. That's a good category. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then you go down south and it's a little bit more smoother, but mixed with an upbeat.
I think it was more fun. It was of course the skill was there, but it was fun music. That's what I call it. I call it fun, having fun. Having fun, family reunion hip hop music. You know what I mean? Like every time they played that song, anytime they played that, it was always a happy function or a fundraiser or family reunion or
down to the videos. Remember Andre 3000 videos? The videos were fun.
Yeah, and they when they graduated from high school, they had a little dance. That was the culture of Atlanta. Everybody that walked that stage, that graduated from high school, kindergarten, to college. Listen, everybody gonna have their own little dance, walking the floor to get their paper. You understand me? So that was the culture of that because of I think he brought it out more.
He showed that this is how I am, and you are too. So show it. Show it.
That's how he said stuff. I never really seen him upset. I never really see him. Even when somebody that he knew that passed away, he was the light of the party. Like he was like, man, we all sad, but he didn't want us to be sad, or she didn't want us to be sad. That's what I'm saying. They want us to do we do that. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, IT. Go. You know what I mean? God got you. You know what I'm saying? He was into
stump the devil out. Stump the devil out. Walk it out.
Yeah. So he was all that was him. That was his personality. Them records is his personality. You want to know who DJ UNK is? That's him. And everybody that was in the videos had a piece of the personality of him. Because him, Fabo, same way. You know what I'm saying? Fabo, the same way. That he's like that for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? These are the people that that express themselves on record, but they act this for real. This is not no gimmick. This ain't no cap. This is how they is for real. You meet them, they energetic like that. It's like when I first met Fabo, you know what I'm saying? I had to, calm down, bro. You had too much coffee. You all right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, You know, we out here, we about to get crunk. You know, got to do this like this. You know, I'm like that. That was their personality all day long in Atlanta. So yeah, you know, I had to get used to that. You know, so that's how they express themselves. You know, that kept them from crying. That kept them from doing something crazy, overdosing or doing drugs, overdosing and committing suicide. That was how they expressed themselves, you know, with songs and music and dancing in Atlanta. You know what I mean? That's all there. I never seen him upset, like I said, upset, mad. You know, every time I seen him, he always had a good spirit. You know, even when I had a bad day, we used to come in the Shirt Kings. He'll come in and light up the place. You know what I mean? But you know, and people didn't know who he was. They just know he was a good dude. And then when the video came out on Once to the Park, if you was in South Carolina, you heard the song because all the DJs always had it. But they never, you know, they didn't know who actually DJ Unk was. Because they didn't have a face to it. You know what I'm saying? But he used to always be around though. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and then when I first heard the song and Jelly introduced me to him, Jelly was like, "Yo, this is my boy, this is my little young brother Ant." You know what I'm saying? And you know, and he was like, "Oh, yo, you heard that song, Walk It Out?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's him." And he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" Oh, now I got a face with it. I was like, I don't know, one of the first ones to Anderson to know who he was before he got famous, but I got a face with it now. So when the video came out, I was like, "Okay, Ant, I see you." They premiered it on 106 Apart, and that was big when they on stage, and it hit number one. And that really, I was happy to be a part of that, and I just to see that on 106 Apart being number one, and seeing everybody on BET was walking it out.
Those songs are songs, like you said, it's a family reunion. The kids can be out there walking it out. I can remember my kids out there walking it out. Everybody walking, the grandmas walking it out.
Yeah, he had the whole MTV, VH1, BET walking it out. Yeah, everybody walking it out. You know what I'm saying? So you know, and that was big, and that was big. And then right behind that, you know, Two Step, you know, and then you had the T-Pains who grabbed that, you know, and put a little spin on it and all that. So yeah, rest in peace, DJ Unk, man. That's my bro. That's my bro in life, real life. That's my, you know what I mean? Good people, man. Good people. Yeah. Good morning.
What do you think the West Coast music is?
The West Coast music is that's fun music too. I was watching that one reality show on Netflix, the young boy from the West Coast, who I think should have won. From the last season of Rhyme and Flow. Yeah, that music is very it's the hip hop blues. I call West Coast music. I call it, you know what I'm saying? It's a hip hop version of BB King. You know? You know what I mean? That music, you know what I'm saying? If you ever listen to their story, you know, they always talking about things they going through. Rapping the blues. Rapping the blues. That's what I call it. Rapping the blues. You know,
I remember the first time hearing NWA, like that was like this is really what and it is. It's wow.
Yeah, I think it's like a form of blues, but hip hop. You know, and they tell their story and they being real, they vulnerable. They you know, they ain't holding back. And they, you know, and they emotional with it. I mean, and so that's that West Coast. That West Coast gonna get you like, yeah, I've been through that. Oh, that was me. Oh, that's my grandmother right there. I remember what happened to me when I was out shooting. The police did this, and you know, I remember we didn't have no food. We got to eat sugar bread and all that. I remember that, and they speak on that. They put that in their music every day. You know what I mean? And that's, you know, I'm like, yeah, that's that West Coast. You know, look at Nipsey. You know, Nipsey Hussle, he speak about it all the time.
Man,
in his music, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's rapping the blues.
Yeah. I was listening to Rod Wave, a song recently, and if you listen to his music, he is so the pain in his music, but it's a beautiful type of pain because you can hear him pushing through the pain, but you can still tell that even in his music, he's still like suffering with some things. Who are there any artists out there that you listen to that are like that? Like, man.
You know, people the artists I listen to me that really inspired me far as living life type of artist that really touched my life. Well, it was the Pacs, Tupacs, and the Biggies. Um,
Yeah.
give
me the loop. Give me the loop.
The Locks. Yeah, the Locks.
That was real.
You know, with Jada Kiss and them, you know, Mobb Deep, they really was touching on a couple things, man. Especially Biggie. Biggie was one, you know, of course, Rakim, but Biggie was the one that really spoke to my life. So that Ready to Die album spoke my life, every track. You know, every track, especially the part about you know, him going through from his mom kicking him out to where he was talking about, you know, he quit the football team because he had to, you know, make money because he had a daughter now and all that. It's like all those things. He's speaking in my life. Yeah, that Ready to Die was my biography in Biggie way that he was talking to me too. Like, that's like when you listen to Mary speaking in your life.
Man, what?
You know what I'm saying? Every time she say, she's
the
like
present and the present and the past. Mary, listen, she really, I feel you on that because she really does. Even her triumphant moments and pushing through and the ready to love and all of that and let me do this and absolutely.
And then she talked about the downfalls, the relationships, and how this happened and this husband did this to me and all I tried to do was fix it and I was going through my little mess and that didn't help either. You know what I mean? So I had to work on me and you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, you know, she was speaking in your life. Like she was like, Mary, what you doing in my living room? You in my window?
Mary, listen, this is why Mary is who she is. Okay.
It gets to the point you want to be her face to face, like, you know, you mind your business. Talking about me like that in your music. You better mind your business. Nobody's talking to you.
Stop stepping on my neck, Mary. Stop stepping on my neck.
But that's how it feels. Some of his music, like
for real.
It'll get personal on the mental side. Like who you talking to?
Man, this one artist that I recently came across, and Clarice Fields actually did a reel or a TikTok using her song. It's called 612. Her name is Maureen. Oh my God. She's a nurse, like your daughter. She's a nurse, but she can sing her butt off. And her song is I Just Been Walking in My Purpose, Baby. Man, when I tell you that song just speaks to my soul because she talks about everything that you go through. Man, what?
Yeah. Them the ones, them songs right there that you be like, man, like, you know, and then I think it's refreshing because you know you're not by yourself. You know what I mean? That's what helped me out a lot. A lot of music helped me out. Like, yeah, I'm not by myself. I'm not the one going through this. You know what I mean? And then there's hope. That opened doors for hope.
Yeah.
And to move on and move forward, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
like certain verses, like that, the verse that jumps out when you say that part about the Joker in the man, like certain verses just pop out because you can feel what you feel in that verse. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like in Brooklyn to Buffalo, like you can feel certain passions in that song. Like you can feel what you like certain music. It really is. It speaks to your soul. I think it's food for the soul. I really do.
You know, and I tell people all the time, like, you know, I know a lot of people write to be writing. I gotta write for a purpose. I gotta write, you know. That's why I'm very picky on doing like features because it's like I don't want to, you know, I gotta say something like, you know, I gotta ask what the concept is. If the concept don't fit what I want to say, then you know I could make it fit, but I don't like to make nothing fit. I write on hard on my sleeve. So like I want to really get it out and talk about it in a lyrical way. So.
It's like the emptying of the soul, like things that you holding on to or things that you got to get out. That's what I love too about music, especially when you are telling your story.
Right.
You know, like Lenova is Lenova for some people, but you're telling a story in that song.
Yeah, you know, see, it's more than just a pizza shop on the west side. You know, when me and Spills wrote that, it was talking about the area of, you know, and what Lenovo's did for us more than just give us pizza and wings. Like, you know, he looked out for the neighborhood. He was an activist out there in the west side of Buffalo. So, you know, it was more than just pizza and wings. So, and he understood when he built that restaurant right there. He understood where he was at. You know what I mean? He knew, what to see, what's going on, and be a part of it, see what it can do to help, type of thing too. So, you know, when they hear that Lenova's track, that, you know, and hear the lyrics, my verse and Spill's verse, you know what I mean? It's, you know, that's true facts. That's how it is over in that side of the town. So, and that, you know, and that's when that, you know, really, I was the west side of Buffalo. Really, I was more involved in learning the culture out there heavier than east side. East side was a runaway for me. You know, it make you want to run away from that side. For me, my opinion, you know, it's like it didn't have no value of culture to me.
You know, I had a conversation with a young man. I mean, a teenager, and we were just talking about life, and I was encouraging him. And one of the things that stood out to me that he said, and I want to ask you this as a young man growing up on the east side and where you grew up. One of the things he said to me is that it's so depressing coming back home and seeing what you have to see on a daily basis. Did you experience that?
Oh man, definitely. And this is like my third time coming back to Buffalo. Because I'm always was living in, you know, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Atlanta, South Carolina, you know what I mean? Indianapolis and all that. So I traveled. I traveled most of my life from the age of 18 and up, you know. And when you travel and you see other places and you come back home, Buffalo is a good home, but East Side is a rough space. It's
You got to be mentally prepared for that.
Yeah, people used to say, I know a lot of the OGs used to say that like Allentown, Upper West Side, and all that had a different spirit or haunted, they could say. And okay, it might have that, but it's not, it don't have a dark spot like the East Side do. The East Side has a dark cloud over it every time. You know what I'm saying? I want people that's in Buffalo or people that visit in Buffalo, when you're on the east side, just pay attention. You know, look at the weather. If it's gonna say it's gonna be sunshine and bright and all that, okay. But something about that east side, the sun might be shining, but it's always like a mist, dark cloud over that east side all the time. And if you believe in true spirits, it goes into, you know, the birds don't lie. So if you see black crows around, you know, that's a sign of something. You know what I mean? And I'm not just moving from my dad's house on the east side, and you know, when we and the wife had the car, that whole part of the east side, we seen like over 1,000 crows going through down Fillmore. All the crows just on top of the house, all the way down, and they were just there.
It's a sight. I know what you're talking about. It's a sight to see. And some people probably don't even notice it. I do believe in energy, but I do believe that when you push your people into a space where you make it very hard for them to prosper, that's what you get. And I'm blaming it on the government, because the East Side has no business looking like that, especially when you really do have people who's working to make it better, but you keep getting shut down because somebody want to be.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we doing that. The older folks is doing that. And that's the thing that that a lot of the, you know, Uncle Lenny, who had the fathers program, and all them tell the young folks got to speak up. Y'all have a voice. For these council meetings, stuff like that. So And kids don't want to do nothing. They don't want to come together. They, you know what I mean? It's like that's the change, not us. We did our part in the 90s. You know what
There's
I mean?
some great programs. I want to point because we see. I'm glad you and we see what happened, but we also see what can happen to change it. And there's some really good programs out there. Shanice Anderson is somebody. If y'all want to know what y'all can do to change, get with Shanice Anderson. She's somebody in the Buffalo area. Karima Morris is another person y'all can get with. Taniqua Simmons is another person y'all can get with. If you want change, these are people out there that's really doing things to push the change initiative in the Buffalo area. But again, like Joker said, you got to be willing to do some changing.
yeah, right. And then they, you know, them young ladies you're talking about, they're the activists to get the kids to help. They, you can't. They don't even want to lead to the water. That's crazy. They don't want nothing to drink. They don't even want to be by the water to get cooled off. They just say you can lead somebody to water, you can't make them drink. They don't even want to lead to the water.
Yeah.
They want to stay away from the water and die of thirst spiritually. You know what I mean? Got to make it make sense. Like I was at my dad's house, Brunswick, and down that area, and it still have potential. It does, but nobody's coming together. But when you go to the West, when the weather gets warm, it's always something going on. It's always somebody trying to put something together, and then the kids put an effort to do something. That's why it's different on the West side to the East side, and it's a brighter spirit too.
There's this book that I never finished it, but I had started reading it years ago. It's called The New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. If anybody is familiar with Eckhart Tolle, if you are not, you should get familiar with Eckhart Tolle because he talks about releasing the ego. And it's something that he says in the book where he talks about a lot of times where the reason why we can't work together is because the ego. And I see that a lot. So many of us, how do I put this? Like we know that we like marketing. Everybody knows that marketing. But because some people have this ego and they don't want to learn from somebody that they feel has not made it, it's the ego that's really stopping you from even reaching out to Joker. It's not that, oh, he doesn't know anything, because obviously you're tuning in. He knows things. You're tuning in and you're using it. But it's the ego that does not allow people to work together because they can't get rid of the ego. It's like once you stop functioning from an ego capacity and just release that and be like, oh, maybe I can learn things. And maybe the objective is to just look at the differences and not view them as like, oh, you're not equal to me because you're different. So no, you're equal to me. You're just different. You have your own superpower. You know what I mean? It really is the ego. Some people just cannot do it because of whatever reason. So,
but also it's this too. Like I had this conversation. I was on somebody's podcast and they asked this question. I think I was on Even Rush Network and somebody asked me what's making it? What is being successful for, And I break it down to a lot of people. I said they expecting to see me on a level of Master P.
Bentleys and stuff.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's so far from success.
Yeah, I am successful in my own way. That's good for me, and I'm still growing in that space. Only way you're gonna see somebody growing in that space, like I said, this is called social media. You socially into the media capacity of people that wants to be in your lane. You make choices on these platforms. You're not gonna know nothing about that Green the Queen, anything about her, if you're not following her, engaging with her. Because they got it set up now to where that if you like this content, click yes, so you can see more of it. So if you click no, of course you're not going to see a lot of things. If you ain't engaging, you're not asking questions in the comments, you're not watching some of the shows and all that, and you ain't watching none of the reels. You're not, actually sharing the reels. you're not going to know what's going on in the lane of Vet Green. You're just gonna say she's just on the camera talking
and not catching the nuggets because I'm dropping them as I'm learning them myself.
Right,
Lord
right.
knows my life is a book.
So I can't say I can't walk around and say, Vet Green ain't got no podcast. She ain't doing nothing. She just on here just you don't know because you're not going down the rabbit hole. You're not engaging. You're not a true follower. You're not a true fan. That's all. It's good. It's cool. It's all right for somebody to say I'm not a fan of what you got going on. I respect you more in saying that than just give me the cold shoulder and giving it a shot. Because I give everybody a shot. Everybody that I talk with that see me, I'd at least followed you for 6 months. Guaranteed. Everybody.
Yeah, I gotta admit, bro, you do. There was this one instance where bro gave somebody a shot, and everybody was like, when bro came back and was like, no, I can't even, because bro don't usually come back and be like, no, I can't work with somebody. You do give people a whole arm's length worth of tries, but when you don't want to do nothing for yourself, it is nothing anybody can do for you.
Yeah, anybody that has a podcast, radio show, an artist, a fashion designer, you know what I mean? And I go down the rabbit hole. I every day, I get for 6 months. I will go. I will share. I will see what's going on. I'm engaged. I will watch the videos, YouTube videos. I'll follow you on TikTok. Check out those reels. I'll follow you on this and check out those reels. See what's going on your stories. You know what I mean? And after a while, if it don't add up of what you're doing, and it don't make sense to me, and I'm not seeing nothing, and this going on, and you going through this and drama, nah, then I gotta stop. I don't need that in my content. I'm like, nah, you ain't serious. This is something that you're giving it a shot. It's not part of your spirit. You know what I mean?
But you do have to remove yourself from the drama when you are really focused, because the drama really pulls you down and it drags you away from, it distracts you from what you should be focusing on, and that is the craft. Like focus on this, focus on the craft, and don't worry about that drama stuff. That drama feel like Lord Jesus.
And those who's not on here on a daily basis on their social media, really building up what they want to do and shares what they're doing, and you're doing stuff behind the scenes. That behind the scenes work don't get no credit no more, because we have this. We have this now. This ain't like back in the 80s, 70s. We got this. We got the internet. We got this. If you're not on this, I don't care what you're doing behind the scenes, that's dead. If you say you're a fashion designer and you got fashion stuff, boom, boom, you got your whole room for the fashion stuff, and then they on these platforms, that work is dead.
Yeah, it is interesting. And speaking of these platforms, there's an interesting documentary that I watched this morning. I cannot remember the name of it, but it talks about one of the first family vlogs that was on YouTube, and how this family, they had these babies and stuff, but what they found is with this, you have to constantly feed it. You have to be consistent.
You got to be consistent, but you got to be consistent in a way that is suitable to your lifestyle. You know what I mean?
That nugget, bro.
Yeah, it's suitable to your lifestyle. You know, it's gonna be a natural. Like, it's a natural for you. Like, and I'm glad we're talking about this. I had one of my memories came up on, I forgot, I don't know if it's Instagram or Facebook. One of them is one of the first videos I seen from you before you start working. And I was going through something a couple of days ago, and it popped up. And it was the same thing I was going on now that we was talking about then.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh,
glory.
I'm like, man, that was God. I'm like, okay, I took it to memory. I was like, you know what I mean? There's something in my spirit said, keep that part to yourself. That's for you only. Because that was one of my first videos I seen that made me go down your rabbit hole and follow you and engage and see what's going on. And, and that's how I met even Rush Network and all that. And I'm saying that was that video.
Speaking of the Evening Rush Network, y'all, I'm trying to find a spot over there on the radio. I got to talk to his management over there because I love radio and it's a passion of mine, y'all. So I got to get back into the radio and you know who else better to work with?
He got a new management over there. I'm still the marketing movement for over there. You know, because I know he was going through some things, so I took a little break. But Bill had a good talk. We had a good talk a couple of days ago, and he's like, the door's always open for you, bro. I already know, he's going back to working, back lifing, doing what we do best. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? That's family. Always will be family. You know what I mean? It's always. So don't mess around and have us get back together and go to a whole nother level, a whole nother place never been before, and really move on. Yeah. That's a whole nother fire right there. Ooh.
Man, listen. Evening Rush always gonna be family over here. Man, we did some things with the Evening Rush. Always gonna be family. Much love over there to John.
EveningRush.com, Evening Rush, network.com, man. Y'all need to go ahead and check that out, man. It's good podcast, good radio. DJ Larry Loud got a couple shows on there, man. Rocking them, turntable, old school, underground. Yeah.
Make sure y'all check DJ Larry Loud out on TikTok, y'all, right here at 3 p.m. And make sure y'all following DJ Larry Loud as well. I love DJ Larry Loud is another one who he continues to reinvent himself.
All day long, man.
I love it.
It's a blessing to be his marketing manager and his manager. So he definitely is always working and building and he give me some gems and connections because I gave him some connections out there in Albuquerque. And he learned some new things that I didn't get a chance to get to. So that's dope.
It's the sharing of information. Sometimes it just has to blossom. You planted a seed and then he grow his seed and then it just continues to grow and then you grow another seed over here and then it grows and then that's what it's all about, y'all. Growing seeds.
And I be excited because even though we don't talk every day, I'm always engaging, always seeing. Even if I don't have time to listen, best I can do, I share it and put it in all these platforms, different groups that I know that's his audience. See, that's the thing. When you get to marketing, you know exactly where to put things. You know what I'm saying? I don't just back in the day when Facebook first had the group pages, everybody used to just throw them in the group. I don't do that. I put them where they need to fit at. When I see your content, I'm not gonna put them in this one that's ratchet. Might have a title that might fit you because I go on the rap hole and see that group and I'm not gonna put the Beck Green show on there, but I'm putting the Beck Green show over here though because this is a young lady jump off and you know what I'm saying, let the queens go ahead and the young ladies go ahead and get this gym. I'm gonna put it in this group page. You know what I mean? Learn how to put things where it fits at instead of just. If you take, you know what you're doing when you just put everything in all groups and you don't really know what's going on in those groups? What you're doing is you're confusing the algorithm. The algorithm like, okay, what you doing? Why you putting Beck Green show on a sports? You know what I mean? She ain't talking about LeBron James. She ain't talking about Patrick Mahomes. She ain't talking about Josh Allen right now. That content don't fit that group. So the algorithm gonna freeze a little bit on your page, and then you might bump her back a couple steps, but she know where to fit her stuff, so that's going to override and keep going. But imagine if you didn't know how to know what you was doing, you could damage somebody's lane on the internet because you didn't put it in the right spot to help them. You know what I'm saying? When you share something on this social media now, you have to actually be educated on what that person is doing. And if you're in these groups, study these groups. Any group that I be on, it takes me at least about a good month before I get to know what's really going on in that group. I go on there, check out a couple things, watch a couple videos, you know what I'm saying? Engage in there. Anybody got something in the girlfriend said this. Okay, that's facts. I like that. Boom. I go ahead and say, yeah, I like what you said, boom, boom, boom. Engage and have a conversation in these comments so you can actually know what's going on in this group and meet people. It's a social network. This is social media. Can we keep it that way?
Yeah, I'm loving the music that I'm listening to on this social media network. I have some. Teyamo is an artist that I saw at Villa Maria College, and I thought he was so interesting. The whole act, him and Denku, they're going to be on Friday. So this is going to be interesting, seeing how people take to a different genre of music.
Yeah. I love that too. But one thing I do, especially if I've been your friend for a while and I've been seeing everybody's my friend. Believe me, I've been down every rabbit hole. That's my friend. All 5,000. Yes, I'm very engaged. I know what's going on, and it get to the point now. Like I put a post up saying, "Don't put no video links in my DM until you ask first."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ask first. The relationship means more than anything. When you build a relationship with me, 90% of the time you don't have to pay for a class. I'm gonna give you the gym. I'm gonna help you out. I'll make sure you're good. But most people just do it just to try to get numbers. Numbers can't get you nowhere on the social media anymore in 2025. Numbers don't mean nothing anymore. It's who you know, it's who you engage with, and who you connected with. It's more important on here than numbers. Because anybody can get numbers. If you know what I'm saying, anybody. Like I told Winter Peace, anybody can get numbers. Numbers is no problem. You know what I'm saying? If you right, because right now they're not taking people's stuff down on their music down no more on Spotify, Apple anymore. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're using bots. So if that's the case, then it's easy to get numbers. Then everybody should be getting 1 million views a year now, and still have your music up, and don't get flagged. But the thing I tell people now, yeah, go ahead and use those bots, make it do what it do. But then wherever the bots take you, go ahead and do an ad to whatever they take you. Do a campaign ad. If they taking you to Chicago and you never had nobody listen to you in Chicago, guess what? Do an ad campaign with that same content and just use the surrounding areas of Chicago. Them bots and them AI is gonna turn to humans. Then you have an official fan base. And you get paid in your sleep. Come on, man. They ain't give you if I give you a gym right now, I give y'all the sauce.
Yeah, because the way AI is working now, AI is being trained to mimic our youth. So if they, like Joker said, if you are in Chicago and you've already told AI that what's going on, he's another one working. Even after he got hurt, he still kept going. Flex guy. So the way AI is actually tracking us, so it's learning what we like. So if you are in Chicago and it knows what you like, and so it's going to say, okay, this is what Vet likes. So I'm going to show you're in Chicago. I'm going to show you more of that content. That is really what I mean.
And I got some more notes from my mentors and one of the group joints I do once a month. They said AI is taking people's ideas and running with it. And somebody asked a question in the group in the Zoom. How can we get credit for that? That's easy. You gotta do the precaution that you've been doing, like get your BMI, your ASCAP, your Pro, get your publishing, get your song trust, get your sound exchange, do all the things you do in the music industry. And then once you can prove that that's your idea and AI that took it, they'll give you credit. You'll get a piece of that check. But there'll be an agreement that they still get paid too.
Yeah, because I can see how that can happen, because with AI, you are prompting it to do certain things. So if you take somebody's idea and just prompt it to try and be a little, you can definitely, I can see that happening.
You credit for it.
what we have to keep in mind is that AI is here, and it is and it's going to get better and better. The more we use AI, because we're all using it, the better it's going to get, because it's tracking our patterns, it's tracking everything, it's learning our thought process, it's learning what we like, it's learning what we don't like. That's why it's asking us, do you like this video? Do you like this video? Do you want to see more of this video? Okay, so if you don't want to see more of this, we are not going to show you any more content related to Vet Green.
That's right. I'm gonna give y'all another gem real quick. All these social medias, even though they in competition, they all under the same umbrella.
Yeah, as we saw at this presidential inauguration. Hello.
Yeah, they all under that same umbrella. Just because Meta, don't like X, guess what? They still working together under the same umbrella. So anything that you like on your Facebook is gonna show up on your content on X. If you
talk to them, bro,
following
Google
on X,
YouTube,
and you see all that, is you gonna see it also on your Google. You gonna see it come up on your email list. You gonna see it come up on X. It all under the same thing. So why not take advantage of that? And if you, for example, if you're an artist and you love the Vet Green show or you love Green Links Media, right? You know what I'm saying? This is what you do. You go on her YouTube page, it's in the link, click on it. You subscribe and you click that bell. Once you click that bell, you go and watch at least 3 reels. Watch 3 reels for at least 60 seconds, and then you like it and then you share it. What you just did was boost the algorithm on your end so she could see your stuff. So now you can be like, okay, you do that for about, let's say about good 3 months. You come out with a single, guess who you need to go to? Yo, I need to go on your platform because I got this new single. Can I get an interview?
That's how I find music and stuff. People that's looking at my stuff. Yeah.
Not even just that though, Vet, but you're boosting the people that's in that same digital algorithm lane. Go see it, even though they're not even following you.
That's how I see those people, those other people.
You know what I'm saying? And then before you know it, you're gonna have a fan base by just because you did that. Just as an example, just because you did that, them 3 things I just tell you to do, you can do that to everybody that you know that can not just have a following, but you want to boost your stuff. To share other people's stuff to boost you, what you got going.
Because now my followers will see your stuff.
Right.
And vice versa.
If you just posted you all day long and you ain't shared nobody's stuff, you ain't click on nobody's stuff, you didn't share no reels that day within 24 hours, all you doing is shadow banning your page temporarily.
Devon said high quality content, AI marketing, target marketing, influencer marketing equals success. On that note, $500 billion got pledged towards AI development. Come on now.
Yeah.
In the next 4 years, capitalize on that. On top of that, Flex God, CBS, ABC, NBC, those are all the major networks, but they realize that these platforms like YouTube, this is where people are. These are where the eyes are. TikTok is where the eyes are now.
And that's why I do the things I do. Like you go down my rabbit hole of my page. You go down the rabbit hole on my IG page. You're going to see 4 other people's stuff before you even see mine. You know what I mean? Plus, also, Miss Davis said this. He said, when people do that on this platform, the people that really want to know who you are going to ask questions. What do you do? I see Vet Green the Queen on your page. I love her. She reminds me of Oprah Winfrey and like the boom boom. I done seen a Winter Piece. You know what I'm saying? She's a very talented sister. Like that. I done seen Even Rush Network on your page. I'm saying I love that radio show. Boom boom. I done seen this person, that person. Then they be like, then I seen Painted Drip. Then I'm like, then I seen your face on it. She's like, is that part of? Then they start asking questions because I'm showing love of the algorithm for those people to get seen, but then it flips. Everybody that's on your end going to see my content without me doing anything because I did that.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing more, especially I see the algorithm is real good on the morning show page, because I see so much different content on there. I see a lot of different music and news, all of that on the morning show, the morning show page, because that algorithm, I can tell, is moving. I want to give a big shout out to Jennifer, Winter Peace's mom, one of our biggest supporters. I love how supportive she is. Now that's what I'm talking about. She always see her sharing this stuff, and thank you so much for that. You don't even know how much that means, you know, to see that, you know, this is us working together.
That's it. That's it. So I tell people all the time, I go down people's page, and they be like, "Yo, check out this, check that out, check it out." I'm like, then I tell them in the inbox, I tell them in the inbox, like, it's not working for you. Like, why? I got content. No, you don't understand. No, you posted content. It's professional, looking good, sound good. But I see 20 of your content, and you didn't share nobody's stuff. The algorithm got you banned. That's why you can't get no views. That's the new wave for 2025. I'll say it again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm say it again. And let me this might be something you might can use for real too. Is I challenge every artist, business owner, videographer, writer, book writer, cook, any type of business you have. I dare you to share 5 different other businesses on your page before you put one up about you. You do that for 6 months, watch your business go up 50%. Now you challenge me on that. And if it don't happen, you come to me, and then I'll go ahead and give you $200 out of my money. That part.
Look, I'm already clipping it.
Do that for 6
I'm already
months.
clipping it.
5 different businesses and post on your page consistently. On your Instagram, on your Facebook, on your TikTok, and your YouTube for 6 months. Watch you blossom, whatever you got going on. Watch how many people gonna be following you. Your views gonna go up. They're gonna be downloading your music. They're gonna be sharing your video. They might podcast. They might come and invite you to their page to do an interview and everything. If you selling merch, your merch gonna be selling. People will ask you what they company. I did it. That's why I sold the hoodies I've sold. Because of that. You go down my page right now and see everybody that I've shared. And guess who do the same concept? Is Betty Houdini does it all the time. That's why she be having like 10 to 15K watchers on her podcast, because she do that.
So Flex God is talking about the mere familiarity effect, also known as the mere exposure effect. Is a psychological phenomenon that describes how people prefer things they are familiar with, like McDonald's. If you go to a country and you aren't familiar with the food, I'm using McDonald's as an example because it's just like everybody for the most part loves McDonald's. If you're familiar with a particular kind of food and you're unfamiliar with the food of that nation, then you're going to be looking for a McDonald's. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what the familiarity effect.
Yeah. Who told me? Somebody was telling me about that. Yeah, that definitely works too. But the basic stuff that I've been bringing to the table work for me. Like, what I mean? I like, especially if it's good content. It was good content and it's got some professionalism to it. Can't go wrong. Why not share it on your page?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you can't override your personal life to your work. Keep it short term. If there's something going on, you're like, keep it short. If you got something going on in your relationship, you could just put a post up like, with the no emoji, nothing, just put I'm moving on. And that's it. Post that up.
You keep on going. You got to keep pressing on.
You know what I'm saying? Now you do that, the algorithm gonna be like, okay, we're gonna help you keep moving on then. They read the algorithm and the AI reads everything you post. Don't put a post up with the black background with the white letters with the simple font talking about forget that B. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? You trashy and your box thing. You put that up on the thing. You know what I mean? You just messed your algorithm up just posting that. What? And then you see a next post come up. Check out my video. I just released it today. It's hot. What?
See, this one of the moments I feel like bro stepping all over my neck, y'all. See, I'm grabbing these Jews and I'm gonna put them into use. Y'all gonna see why this week comes. Bro be stepping all over my neck.
I see stuff on your neck, but I know a lot of other people that do it worse than that. Like I'll be like, you an artist? You a brand? I'm like, what? You know, that's why I love Talia, because she keep everything simple on her content. She keep everything just a smooth sailing throughout her content, and it represents what she got going on, what's coming up.
She's strong-minded.
Yeah. And when I see that, you know, and then she is going through something, she'll put a simple post like that, like, you know, she'll post like hashtag it's okay, boo boo, and keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next 7 posts is talking about the things she got with Fleet DJs, and she got this going on, and you know what I'm saying? Then she said, I got something new for y'all to get some of these gems. Check this out. You know what I'm saying? And then they keep going on and on and on and on and on. You don't see it consistently throughout the 24 hours of her post talking about what she's going through and putting these small little memes up of phrases that just don't represent your brand.
Bringing it into the next day, into the next day, into the next day. Leave it back there.
Yeah.
My mother said, give it 24 hours. Leave it back there.
Yeah. That's the same thing with social media.
Forward. You cannot pull that dread. You got to let yourself process it. And this is something that I'm telling myself too, you know, because we all be life and like you got to let yourself process that stuff, but you can't move on with it.
When you're trying to do something and you're trying to grow to be not just a better person, but better in business, better for your music, better for your business, you know what I'm saying? And whatever you got going on, focus on that. But if you is going through something, want something out your chest, do a short phrase. You know what I'm saying? I put a short phrase up too. I was going through something, seeing something. I did a short phrase and I kept moving. You didn't hear me talk about it no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I seen it for myself. And I kept going. Then some other posts, you see Vet Green post, you see Betty Houdini, you see my man Kev when he sent me the barbecue sauce and all that and his merch, post that up. Then you see the Winter Peace post I put up. You see all the stuff I've been doing. So the algorithm is already on point, like, okay, we got you. Boom. That's how this thing works. That's why I can sell out my merch every other month. Well, I got another piece of merch coming back out. You know what I'm saying?
What's the next colors coming out? What are the next colors?
The next color I'm gonna do the yellow hoodies, and I'm also gonna do white t-shirts with the Joker logo on it. You know, because you know I also got my print for my Paint a Drip logo too. So you know,
that's gonna be dope.
And my transfers of my logo, Joker logo came in yesterday. Yeah, okay. yeah. I'm gonna be working. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on my little cuz for his football, a ceremony for Little League football. He got his colors to his football team.
That looks nice.
That's his colors, man. The Wolverines, man. You know, he definitely doing this thing. Yeah.
Well, he got in a pink, bro. That color.
Yeah. Got the hoodie. I got the sweatsuit. Finish these up so I can get that joint done today. So he get ready for his ceremony in 2 weeks in February and get his awards for playing football. Rocking that painted drip. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be dope. Oh.
Yeah. You know, you see, I kind of blinked out. You know, my cousin, his father, talk about I don't want him looking like P. Diddy back in the day in the 90s.
Yeah, those are nice.
I said, no, you got to stand out when you walk in this award. You know what I mean? Thinking this Michael Jackson, that's all. You know what I'm saying?
That is beautiful.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, and I'm gonna put this number in the back and number 10. Yeah, this is colors. You know what I'm saying? That navy blue and that yellow. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, so this what I do. Keep it moving and keep pushing this content, staying positive and all that, man. But that's how y'all can come up, though, man. That's how y'all come up. It's really simple. It ain't hard. It just take a little bit of time. You can do it anytime. While you on the bus, while you on your break at work, share pieces of content, tag a couple people that you know that would like that. You know what I mean? Stop tagging people that don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
I've been testing out different things, just seeing, what works in different times and stuff, because it really is time related. You like everybody that follow you they're not on at the same time that everybody would follow me. You know what I mean? So I'm testing out different scenarios with that too.
Yeah, I just seen a strategy clip somebody tagged me in of ideas of how to post, and one of them said on TikTok, it was I think it was a TikTok update from me taking the class, and it said try to go to your analytics to see where your strong points is, and then put up go live, and then do a story at the same time on TikTok. Post the story up first, then go live, and they'll double.
That works.
Yeah,
I tried that. I do that in the morning time, and I try and do that in the morning time.
Yeah.
Do see when I do that in the morning time, you have to. It's like a 10-minute span. You post that. You post a live, say you're going live or whatever, and then you go live. I do see a difference in my numbers. Like it's like a probably double.
And I like the morning stuff because especially if you plan on like we plan to do this. We do this every Saturday. So I try to post something on any platform. Because like I say, this algorithm and all this all in one under one umbrella. I try to post something like if I can't sleep at night, I post something in the stories. And then I go back to sleep, wake back up, and I do a reel somewhere else. You know what I mean? And then I might, I might go do a short live. Sometimes you do a short live before we go live. I might go do a short live talking about some, and all that, and I may post something or whatever, and then we go live. That exercise by itself, all you doing is influencing the algorithm what they need to be doing throughout the day. That's all you're doing. Other than when you get off the live, then other people gonna be like, okay, we got to get some work to do. And then while you putting up all the reels and stuff and putting up, I'm sharing it. So all the other people gonna do is gonna grab it. Then they're gonna pitch it to the AI. Yo, do what you do with it. I got your back. I know you got my iPhone. That's all it is. It's the algorithm is just like a human being, but more advanced.
Yeah, I recently learned about reposting on TikTok. I didn't know that you are supposed to repost, and then I didn't know also that there's a way you can heart something when you are in there. Flex God said music doesn't sell by itself anymore. You got to bring people on a journey with you. Yes, it's different for everyone. But once I started writing paragraphs on Facebook and started being more transparent, yep, my engagement increased literally by 400%. Yep. I started targeting predominantly women, so I engage with emotion and colorful content. But if I was marketing towards men, that wouldn't work. Yep, it's different for everyone. You are so right. Yep.
Men digital marketing is the weakest marketing on the internet.
You guys don't really buy stuff.
Or anything. I don't care if something that fits them. They're not going to engage. Women is the strong point of everything on this internet.
Yeah, it really is. Women and children.
Yeah, women and young kids. That's it. Once you hit the women, the kids gonna follow because they're gonna follow mama. You know what I mean? And I'm being that. That's why y'all can't sell merch. I cater to women every day on my merch, and I use the walking billboards. You got walking billboards. You got influencers and you got ambassadors. They all three different things. You got to know who's an ambassador. You got to study that. You got to know who's an influencer. You got to study that. Walking billboards for anybody.
Yeah, because everybody I don't think is ready to be at a certain point. I'm learning that, you know, some people, like you have Winter. Winter is she really is a walking billboard, all of that, because she's out there and she's putting in the work. Mm-hmm. I've seen Winter grow. That's why I speak so highly of her, because I see that she is putting in the work. She's out there, and I physically see her out there. You know,
She's anybody. Anybody, I need to cut you off, a queen, but anybody that has merch or the fashion, you know, first start off with walking billboards. It's just give it out for free to any female. And I'm gonna give y'all a tip. Give it to the female that's the loudest. I don't care if she ratchet. I don't care if she petty. Give her a t-shirt or a hoodie. She already want to be seen.
True that. She's her own walking billboard. True that.
Yeah. Since she want to be seen,
that's already. Her superpower.
Yeah, put some colorful in it then. I'll give her when the new yellow hoodies come out, I'll give them a yellow hoodie with the big Joker logo on it with the patches on it. Go out there and be petty. Do your thing. Do what you do best. All you doing is making my brand shine right up on you. You know what that girl did? That girl, what's that hoodie on? Don't worry about the hoodie, girl. I'm telling you what's going on with so-and-so, songs up the street. But that hoodie, though, but hold on. My homeboy Joker gave it to me. But anyway, you know, and just as loud in the middle of the street of Fillmore. And guess what? All you see is Joker logo all up in the place to be. You understand me?
I'm about to laugh these eyelashes off.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And females too.
Shanice, I was talking about you earlier. I'm telling everybody y'all need to follow this Queen Shanice. If y'all looking for some change or looking for somebody that's also looking for change and helping people with that change, you need to be following Shanice. She's over here on TikTok.
Shanice, yeah. I got to look her up because, you know, I like inspiration. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, she is, and I love that she moves quietly. She doesn't have her business all out. Like she really is doing the work. You don't see her talking about it, but I know for a fact this queen is doing the work.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what you do. You know, you the loudest person. Females too. Females do. I know a lot of people say they cool with female. That's okay. You can make a change that in that relationship. Give her a free merch. You know what? If something telling me to give you this shirt. This is my new brand, boom, boom. You know, what colors you like? Boom, boom. You know, give them a special customized one just for them. Oh, girl, I like purple and gold. Girl, hook me up. Hook your girl up. Boom. Hit them up with the purple and gold. She gonna wear that to death. I got the Vet Green Queen shirt. Yeah. You know what I mean? She gonna love it. You know what I mean? That females is the key of the marketing of fashion, music, everything. Then the fellas gonna come. Do you know these last 4 hoodies I came out with? 4 of them bought their man a hoodie. And one of the brothers wear that joint so much, he said, yo, bro, I wear this joint all if I gave it to me for my birthday. He wear that joint all over the place. It's comfortable, it look good. You know what I mean? He said
it's a beautiful hoodie.
Yeah, he's like, I smoke weed and all that. That fit right there. He said, I go to the spot, people asking about the hoodie. I had to let them know. My wife gave it to me, but I just followed this painted drip. He followed the page and everything. He just sent me an inbox yesterday, like, you know what I'm saying? What's the next color coming out? Now he want to be a customer, see?
Just like that.
Just that quick. Females, the key of digital marketing. You know what I'm saying? And if you're an artist, the new breaking record wave is not just the DJs, but podcasters at #1. So why y'all talking about ain't doing this podcast? I don't like people. No, you know what I'm saying? Start breaking some bread. Y'all pay how much it cost to play y'all music? I give y'all $50. That $50 gonna bring you 8 to 9 more people to listen to your music. Especially if you're consistent releasing it like the way you're doing it. And then the world
like so much good music. I am so excited about some of these artists that I'm going to have coming on the Friday show, because some of this music is new music. That's why I push back some of these shows, because this music hasn't even been released yet. Some of y'all artists just be sitting on so much good music. Like, there's so much good music in the vault. Some artists that I'm looking forward to coming out is Finesse and De Niro and Prada Dot. Like I said, Te Yamo's another one. John, man, it is just, there's so much music. Ali Black.
Yeah.
They didn't restrict me again on TikTok. Lord, Ali Black has some good music coming. Man, y'all just come on out 2025. Drop the music.
Please, while you're dropping the music and you creating, keep the content going. Don't stop doing the content because you're working on music. Never do that.
Yeah.
Always continue being active on your platform. If you can't be on all of them, pick one, because they all in it together. If you think IG ain't your baby, cool. If Facebook is, keep doing the content on Facebook. Then. That's fine. Because the algorithm gonna bounce. Then you can, if TikTok your baby, keep doing it on TikTok and just give a little something over here, or don't do it at all. But as long as you're picking one platform to keep the content going while you're creating, so when you do release it, they be ready for it. They're gonna see it. They're gonna hear it. Especially if you're doing short form content. Stop doing full music videos, please. Music videos is killing people to listen to the music. Do an easy 10 to 15-second clips throughout the whole video, and you got enough content to last you for a year.
You know what, I'm grabbing these gems, bro, that you dropped today, especially that one, because I noticed my algorithm, because I've been playing around with the times and stuff like that. My algorithm on certain platforms took a hit because of that. So I have to get a consistent workflow with my algorithm based on my lifestyle. So I definitely am grabbing that gem from you. And I'm going to look at the insights after I'm finished with my other day. I'm going to look at my insights just to see when the best time to post, because I was noticing 9 a.m. is a good time for one of the platforms, but I got to go back to that platform and see which one it is and make sure that at 9 a.m. that I'm posting on that platform, because it really does matter, because that's where it showed me. I believe it might have been Instagram. That's when the majority of the people who like my stuff are on.
And also on IG too, I like the way that the people that like your stuff that's not following you, it keeps going. It keeps going. And guess what? That lets you know right there, you don't need a blue check no more. For those who still paying
really
for
don't.
it.
You really don't. Even the ones with the blue checks are complaining, because if you, like you said, you have to engage. That's the other thing that I found out over these last couple of weeks, that the more I engage, the better my algorithm. It really does like me engaging, but that means I have to push myself to be on the platforms more. So those of us who don't really subscribe to social media, I think we have to get used to using it more as a tool for work and not so much the social side. Like there's an element that I can use it on the social side, but I have to keep in mind that I have to use it on the business side more so. Just to make it make sense for me.
Yeah, that's the word for you, man. We appreciate y'all tuned in to this morning show, Saturday morning show, every Saturday at 10 a.m. We will be on, and you know what I'm saying, being consistent in 2025. Y'all know what's going on. Anybody have any questions on anything that the Queen got going on? Anything coming up that you got going on for the week? I know it's winter time, but people is definitely working on spring and summer. I went down the rabbit hole and see a lot of good concerts coming to this area in Buffalo in the summer. You know what I mean? Yeah, Nelly coming to Darien Lake. We got that locked in already with Eve and Ja Rule and Fat Joe, and yeah, it's gonna be an amazing thing going on. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody working on summer. Everybody working on the summer already.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the Colored Musicians Club in Buffalo, New York. They are doing such a phenomenal thing down there in that space. And right now they're having a membership drive. So if anybody is interested, because it's a really great initiative that they have going on, especially because it's to benefit the community. It is to have a place where people like the Joker can be creative. Like we have these kids who are very artsy, very creative, but they don't have places to go, spaces, you know, instruments and stuff that they can use, or even to learn about the history of, you know, different things that went on. Because Buffalo, a lot of people may not know, but we're going to talk about it because this is Black History Month upcoming. And one of the goals for Greenland is to show that our history is all year, but Buffalo has a rich culture and a rich history as it relates to the Underground Railroad. So we're going to talk more about that. But the Colored Musicians Club is in that space.
Yes, it is.
Where that corridor. It's the African American corridor, I think it's called. But you know, big shout out to them on Martin Luther King Day. I went to an event that they did, and it was so beautiful. I got to meet AI the Anomaly. Oh my God, I have been following her, and they did not present her as AI the Anomaly. So I stalked her off the stage, y'all. Went and met her. So I'm going to be, you know, fingers crossed I can get her on this platform. But we did have a brief conversation. So man, the culture in Buffalo, the history in Buffalo, the talent in Buffalo is phenomenal, bro.
And I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna get off, is with the work you putting in, that's what you have to do to really grab onto the culture in Buffalo, because it's an inside job, it ain't outside. It's not out there like that. You got to really go into a space where nobody's going, and you got to stay in tune on what's really going on in the city now, because they're not really promoting or marketing that out because of what's going on, because of the dark spaces out here in the city. So that's dope that you're in that lane and you're staying there. And we talked about this a couple months ago about where the marketplace is in Buffalo, and I know is me living here now, that's exactly where it's at.
Yeah.
You know,
it really is.
Yep. So that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I gotta get off of here, y'all. I love y'all long life. Thank you, bro. We will be back 10 a.m. Saturday. I'll be back on Monday. Y'all catch me at 10 a.m. on Monday. It's not gonna be a live show though. I'm looking forward to these interviews this week. To you Friday, 7 p.m.
This Friday, 7 p.m. I could definitely do that this Friday. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm off on weekends. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm on a one job wage. God said, you know what I'm saying? I work everything out for you. I gotta stay to one job. I can have more space to keep doing. Created a Painted Drip, because you know this show's sponsored by Painted Drip. You know what I'm saying? And also rest in peace to my bro DJ Unk, man. Fly high, rest in peace, brother. You know what I mean? And keep on and doing your dance up there with the angels, man. Walk it out.
Walk it out. Walk it out. Yeah, have a wonderful on purpose, y'all.
Yes, I see y'all on the next go round.
Follow the drip. Follow the drip. Are you one that likes to stand out amongst the rest? Well, check out Painted Drip by the Joker. Painted Drip is a customized footwear company that it specializes in unique hand-painted, customized footwear, which is hand-painted by the Joker himself. Shipping is available all over, East Coast, West Coast, no matter where you are, we can get your products to you. So follow the drip. Check out their IG page, Painted Drip, for more information. And again, all footwear is customized and hand-painted by the Joker himself.